Um, the Head of Public Services and Chief of Staff, Felix Koskei, Safaricom CEO, Peter Ndekwa, my friend Morten, George, and the entire leadership of Safaricom, and colleagues who are here, Your Excellencies, the ambassadors, good morning. This is one of those special days for us as a country when we converge on important events. Safaricom Engineering Summit is really special in the agenda and journey of Kenya's growth of the startup and innovation ecosystem. I want to mention probably 3 important issues before I invite our chief guest who will be making key address on behalf of us as government. 1, for us to grow our startup and innovation ecosystem that we call the Silicon Savannah, there is a key role that the government must play, and one is to open the space and enable all the players to be able to work. And for that reason, government has worked to ensure that the legislative and policy environment is conducive. We've engaged our big tech companies, who I believe many are here, and they raise issues that needed to be addressed in our Kenyan environment. And many of those issues have been addressed in the past and even in the most recent days. And this, we've seen the setup of development centers in the country. We've seen Microsoft and recently Amazon Web Services launching the Amazon Web Service Development Center. We were recently celebrating 10 years of IBM Research Lab here in Kenya. That is the open space that the government needs to ensure that all the players are able to do and carry their businesses in this country, and to be able to bring in skills and knowledge that can be shared within the country. The second thing that government is to work with the players to ensure that the necessary infrastructure are in place. And over the years, Kenyan government has worked strongly with the private sector. The first key initiative we can talk of is the establishment of the submarine cable called TIMS, which is a joint arrangement between government and the private sector. That was a strong statement that the government did and opened the space for our country to continue to expand, and that's why we enjoy this excellent growth in the digital space. We continue to build infrastructure like NOFP, National Backbone Fiber Project, which provides connectivity for both public and private sector, and that is the ecosystem that we want to enable our players to work. And for that reason, government has added to say we want to put another 100,000 kilometers of fiber to advance this to enable our private sector to be able to thrive and to do their what is necessary. To enable the startup ecosystem, we are working very closely with our colleagues in the Ministry of Education to ensure that our universities can really become vibrant spaces for innovation and research. And within our ministry, we are working on the establishment of the Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, which will be our equivalent of Stanford here in the country, to be able to grow a similar ecosystem that we have seen in the Silicon Valley. Additionally, we'll continue to link global top innovation ecosystems, like the recent visit by our president to the Silicon Valley was a strong statement to say that we indeed as a country need to grow our innovation ecosystem and the startup ecosystem, and learning from successful models, we can customize and work our journey as a country with both tech companies and our own Kenyan startup companies. And for that reason, we will continue to focus also on our young companies, so that in the future we can see Kenyan companies which are small and growing to be multinationals and become global companies and calling Kenya home. We are so proud of Safaricom, and I want to say we are proud of Safaricom because of the brand that you have built, the product that you've come M-Pesa, which has become almost like our athletics that the country is known for. We are proud of the work you've done. Personally, I'm so happy when I see the engineering summit, thanks to George and many other tech engineers who are here. I grew up, or my success is highly attributed to Safaricom. For many years, I spent my time in many of the Safaricom equipment centers, working on the systems there to ensure that we remain, as what Peter is saying, customer obsessed, supporting Safaricom to ensure that their systems are resilient, able to support the customers at those important changing phases from 2006 to 2015, when I worked with one of your partners, Huawei Technologies, who are here to support Safaricom in its pursuit. And indeed, we are proud of the network that you have built. It's one of the best. It's as best in any other capital. The third important thing is tech talent. And I think that is the most important part for this event. We are proud as a country because of the human resource. Our president many times has stressed and emphasized the importance of that sector, and indeed demonstrated by the investment the government is putting in our educational system. As a country, we have one of the most precious resources, which is the human capital. This is what can take our country to the next level. It is the next resource that can enable us really make the Silicon Savannah succeed. I was late this morning because we are having a meeting with the Speaker of the National Assembly because of one of the important projects we are discussing about the digital hubs. We've seen we are committed to establish one digital hub in every village, one digital hub in every ward. This will enable our young people be able to access facilities for learning and also for work. We believe the business processing opportunities or outsourcing is an opportunity that Kenya needs to take, and we have the capacity in our tech engineers. We have seen those who have entered into that space, and the Kenyan talent is really sought after globally. We want to continue to grow this, and we look forward to Safaricom enabling us this. When AWS was launching, George made a very interesting comment that of the engineers who were there, a number of them were developed by Safaricom. So you are doing a great job by building the tech talent that will position our country globally. Continue to do this good job, and I believe this summit in the years to come will become a place of even celebrating our great tech talents in the industry.